Hi Taurus, thanks for tuning in. This is your reading for August 2019. While we're shuffling here, please tune in. Bring all of your presence to the reading. I want to make sure that you get the most out of your time here with me. So please set aside any distractions that you may have going on. Don't multitask at this time while you're watching the reading. Grab a pair of headphones and put them in so you can really focus on the messages that are coming through. And while I'm here shuffling with you, please check in with your higher self. Ask your higher self to tune in with my higher self so that we can create a feedback loop to make sure that the messages that come through here today are tailored especially for you. So let's take a look at the energies available during this time for Taurus energy. And let's see if we can see some forces at play that we may not be able to pinpoint right now. Okay. Three nines here in your reading. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. It's a really interesting spread here. There's a mixture of like these really positive, happy, beneficial cards showing up. You know, it's kind of, and these are in the outcome positions too. So there's this like contentedness, wholeness, abundance, wealth, happiness, luxury, contentedness, fulfillment. And yet it's like there's some energy here that you're kind of sweeping through and like kind of purging out stuff that isn't really working for you in order to arrive to this place where you can really embody and experience those things. So, you know, having 10 of Swords here as the crowning card in your reading and 7 of Pentacles in the foundation, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is telling me that there are things that you're releasing. There's energy that you're releasing. There's maybe even people that you're purging from your life. There is a kind of turning over of a new leaf is what I feel here with these cards. There is I'm hearing karmic recourse. I don't know what recourse means exactly, so I want to look it up. Recourse means a source of help in a difficult situation. Interesting. The legal right to demand compensation or payment. Okay, karmic recourse. Yeah, so in some area you may be receiving help from, you know, supportive people or just from the universe in general in order to kind of correct something that may have been misaligned or out of place, or I feel like this karmic resource is coming through with these two cards here, Temperance and the Hierophant, both upright. It's like there's a higher learning involved in some kind of agreement or contract with someone, a spiritual contract or a karmic contract that you've had with someone, and somehow there's a relief here. There's some kind of reconciliation, or not necessarily meaning someone actually comes to you and asks for forgiveness or apologizes to you, although that may happen. It's not what I'm seeing here necessarily. It's more like there is a kind of correction that's happened because of an event, a difficult event in the past, and there is some kind of like hand, how do I describe that? Yeah, some sort of forces at play, like a higher intelligence may have been kind of orchestrating situations and events and people in order to align you with this energy to kind of help remove toxic energy or remove difficult people or remove you from certain circumstances and events and situations where you actually were in a sensation of, you know, strife or discomfort or difficulty, or around people whose influences maybe not necessarily of the most resonant vibrational match with you. So there's this energy here of kind of some kind of circumstances occurring in order to shift and adjust to bring you into a space where you can actually really relax and evolve into a space of embodying and experiencing real comfort and real joy and real luxury and real fulfillment and contentedness as a result of your circumstances changing, such that people who have been toxic or people who have been an impediment or people who've been difficult and maybe causing you to have experience complications or complexities in life that you may not necessarily really have needed to go through, they're being removed somehow from your life. Very interesting. So yeah, Six of Cups in reverse here with the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is what I just described. There's some element here of like people that you may have known from your past. Maybe there's a history or you may have had a history with a certain person, and here you are as the Queen of Swords in the upright position, calm and a little bit stoic even, kind of maintaining composure. And in nearby, this person who may have been difficult or who have caused you strife, or who may has been, you know, a little upsetting to you and maybe has made pressed you in a certain way, you know, like maybe someone's made your life more difficult than it's needed to be because they could, just because they wanted to make you feel uncomfortable or make you struggle just for their own pleasure, or just to kind of have a kind of power trip or something over you. I feel like there's energy here where that person is being eliminated from your environment so that you don't have that kind of pressure upon them, and you've done so well to kind of be that calm, stoic person that's been managing this energy, but now there's this removal. That's what I feel here with this Ten of Swords upright and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And maybe, you know, maybe for some of you, the removal of this person from your life may have a financial impact on you. Maybe that person was difficult, but they were helping you financially in some way. But now it's like you actually are relieved to have that person out of your life, and you kind of like, you know that you can manage financially. It's going to be okay. It's better that you don't have to deal with that person and have to be under the thumb of their intimidation or their pressure or their, you know, douchiness, for want of a better word. Their will has been kind of excessively arrogantly affecting your ability to just have a pleasurable time of life, and a kind of, you know, happiness has been a little bit out of reach from you because you've had to keep dealing with this person. And now I feel like there's a removal. There's a removal happening. And that's giving you a little bit of breathing room, space to kind of spread out a little bit and relax and enjoy and have a bit more fun. Like this person may have been exhausting you, and now the influence of that person as they've left your environment is now enabling you to open up a little bit more to joy and contentedness. It's beautiful. What else is here? I do love the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like it's one of my cards. I was really happy to see it come out in a reading. It makes me smile. It's like the only card in the deck that has this color as well. It's got a very regal energy for me. But it's the only card in this deck that has these purples in it. It's very special. Solo, that's what I'm hearing now, solo. So maybe for some of you this is a breakup. This is a breakup reading. It could be like a relationship breakup reading. For some of you it could be you may have lost your job. There could be like an end of a job here, like a changing in employment, but it's actually kind of beneficial. I feel like even though there obviously, like as I said, there may be some financial impact for you, but if you've been working under the thumb of a boss who's been a complete douche, then yeah, you may be grateful to actually move on from this circumstance, even though, of course, it's going to affect your financial flow. But as you see in the outcome, your genuine well-being and happiness is worth more than any paycheck. So it's invaluable to kind of be able to enjoy and appreciate your life and not have to deal with difficult people so frequently that it actually starts to affect your physical and emotional well-being. So yeah, that's what I'm getting now. With this Three of Pentacles, with the Tower reverse, there could be a job loss here. with the Six of Pentacles in reverse on the foundation as well, I feel that that's also part of this reading, that there could be a loss of employment here, job loss, or change, like unexpectedly being fired from a job, but that's actually helping to kind of generate a space for you to be in a better alignment, to be in a better space, to be happier. Six of Pentacles in reverse, bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's also Nine of Pentacles there. I'm going to take him too. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So now you have 3 sixes in your reading. Six of Swords, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. All 3 are in reverse. So a little bit of a, I'm hearing jagged, but the sixes are about harmony. So seeing 3 of them come out in reverse in a reading would say that, you know, I would have to make the interpretation that this is not necessarily a really easy time, that there is some disharmony. Maybe this is speaking about energy in the past, actually. You know, like I was describing, there's an energy of a person who's difficult to deal with and has been intimidating or manipulative, or having some kind of power trip over you, or making you feel uncomfortable, or whatever, something along those lines. Most likely it's a boss here, or some type of, you know, person that is in a position of power or authority or financial, I don't know how to describe that. Anyway, you understand what I'm talking about. Then this could be the person we're talking about here, someone who is maybe now not going to have so much of an influence or an impact on your daily life, because your employment may be changing unexpectedly. Then these extended cards here is giving me this energy again of like this Six of Pentacles and Seven of Wands feels like a confirmation to me that what I just described there is accurate about being in a position under someone that has been like having a power trip over you, and maybe making you feel either defensive or intimidated. So the influence of this person, I feel, is being released with this Ten of Swords here, Seven of Pentacles at the foundation, giving you space to feel a little bit of happiness. And then Ace of Swords with Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles is telling me there's chance for a new beginning here. And the energy that you need to bring for that new beginning, especially if this is a work reading, is one where you are a little bold and a little bit brash with the Knight of Swords. Like there's a need here for you to, I feel like there's a need here for you to reach out towards people who have something that you want access to. Like if there's a certain type of job that you want, if there's a certain kind of person you want to work for, or if you know specifically already that you want to work for a certain person, or if you want to be mentored by someone, or if you want to be yeah, mentored, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Or if you want to work with someone in a specific industry that you would like to get access to, this is telling me that you need to be really bold and really brash, and don't hold back. Don't let your lack of ability or lack of skill or lack of experience prevent you from reaching out towards people who you admire or respect or look up to, that are working in fields that you're interested in working in, and bring the energy of the Knight of Pentacles with that, and approach them from the perspective of humble, loyal, willing to learn, willing to work hard, patient, perseverance, and with an understanding of a very long-term game here. Like this is a long-term vision that you have for yourself in a certain career or a certain area of life, and you are willing to start fresh with someone, start from the bottom, even if that's what it takes, and work with people who have experience in areas that you want to learn about, in industries or fields that you want to explore or get experience in, or perhaps have a career in that you can see yourself in for a long time. It's saying here to bring that energy of patience and perseverance and longevity to your approach when you want to come to someone who you'd like to work with or work for or be mentored by or intern with, something along those lines. So don't be shy, don't be afraid, be brash and bold. Here's what it's saying with the Knight of Swords. Like definitely reach out to someone, bring your best like presentation to someone that you would like to approach, as far as reaching out to find work, to enter into a new field of something that you're interested in. Okay, I feel that's it for the general reading. Just checking over. I do love those 3 9s in this reading. Definitely like it feels like a little bit of a rocky moment here of like some unexpected change with your work, but it having a very happy outcome. Like even if it wasn't, if this is something you didn't see coming, with as far as work, you know, maybe if you got fired unexpectedly, or maybe you quit suddenly, maybe there was an argument or something that happened, or you just like reached your limit of what you could tolerate with this situation, and you just started to change things quickly. The result is actually really happy and positive and beneficial. And now it's up to you as far as how you move forward with this energy, and how you kind of take the bull by the horns, or take the reins in the situation, and create opportunity. You have to create opportunity for this to come to fruition here. There's opportunity here, there's energy available for you, but you need to rise up and meet it and come towards somebody that you wish to approach. If you already know, bring this confident face, but also bring a kind of humble, patient, persistent, loyal, hardworking energy to this person. And I feel like you have a chance here of really creating an opening for yourself to move into a new field of interest that you've been passionate about, that you've been kind of maybe doing your own personal study in, or maybe you've actually finished school in a certain area. It's time to move forward here. I feel like it's definitely time to move forward and move into the area you're interested in, and move on from just working a job for the sake of money, but actually start to drive your energy towards things that are really your passions and interests, and into areas of life where you actually want to see yourself have a career. It's time to move forward with that. Okay, so we're going to take the Voyager deck now and shuffle again. Do your higher octave reading. The higher octave reading is designed to give a little more insight into what may be happening on a karmic and spiritual level. It could help also provide insight into what forces are at play and energies that we need to be a little bit more aware of, so that we can really work with the energies available to us to make the most out of the opportunities that we have at this time. So while I'm shuffling here, please again tune in, send your energy into the deck so I can get really clear messages for you. Okay. There's Nine of Worlds at the bottom of the deck, which is this Nine of Pentacles we had here. So let's take a look. The Sun, beautiful. Crossed by Seven of Crystals. Strength. Man of Crystals at the foundation. Emperor. Temperance, which is called art in this deck. Priestess, wow. Sage of Crystals. Nine of Cups, there it is again. Nine of Wands, wow, I love this spread. Chariot upright. Two of Cups. Six of Cups, which we had in the previous reading as well, and the Child of Crystals. Yeah, I love this reading. It's very much confirmation of the things I described in the previous spread. Only what it's saying here is that this is telling me that you are actually moving forward in the way that I described in the previous reading, where you may have just reached your limit of what you could tolerate in a difficult circumstance. It could have been a relationship too. This could be easily a relationship reading, but I feel this is more of a career reading for probably most of the people watching. It's saying here that you may have reached the limit of what you could tolerate in a job that didn't suit you, or with a boss or an employee that you felt misaligned with, where there was like intimidation or power trips or some kind of discomfort, or just a lack of integrity from that person's side. And it's saying here that you may have been catalyzed by that situation with that person, or in that environment with that job, to actually, one second, to actually use that discomfort to propel you forward and catalyze you into making changes and moving forward in a direction that feels more aligned with your values, with your goals, with your passions, with the vision you have for yourself, of the life you want to create, in the area or the field of interest that you feel most interested in or passionate about or aligned with, that will help you discover your gifts and bring you into a sort of opening in the journey of the sort of discovery that you're kind of embodying here now. For some of you, it's a healing path. For some of you, it's a creative path. I felt that with the previous reading, actually. I was really feeling like there's a lot of people who are watching this reading that may be really eager to pursue a creative career. And what I felt there, and I'm feeling it definitely in this reading too, especially with this art being the final card in the reading, along with Nine of Wands and Chariot. Nine of Wands in this deck is different from what it says in the other deck. It's called Integrity in this deck. So I feel like this is saying that there is a really large part of you, and many of you watching, who really want to be in alignment with your personal integrity and follow the visions and passions that you have for your life, and the projects and types of skills and talents that you want to cultivate and express. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's a real desire here to move into creative arts, into creative industries, into areas of self-expression. And for some people, I feel it's got like a really commercial edge to it. You know, it could be, you know, for some people it's like design, you know, it could be graphic design or furniture design or any kind of design. It could be, I'm feeling film industry for some reason. Film industry, like filmmaking, photography, these kind of things, like creative jobs that have commercial aspects to them. Some of you would like, I see some of you pursuing art as a pure like art lifestyle, you know, like painting and that kind of stuff. But I really feel for some people here, there's a type of commercial venture combined with creative skills here that is something that many of you wish to follow. But I feel for some people, I don't necessarily see this as something that you burst out and do on your own right now. I kind of feel like there's this apprenticeship energy with this spread, where I feel some of you will actually take an apprenticeship with someone, or work as an intern with someone, or be mentored by someone in an area or field of your interest, and in doing so be able to cultivate skills rather quickly in areas where you may have taken years to figure out on your own, or even through formal study. I think this kind of like on the job type of work experience is going to accelerate you forward and move you closer to your vision of either having your own business or your own practice. For some of you, this is in the healing arts. This could be some kind of hands-on healing or massage therapy or some other kind of shamanic type of work. So there's a combination of like mystical energy here with creative energy, and that can express in different ways. Some of you, it's music. But I do feel there's an energy here of being mentored by someone. So you may actually, some of you it's going into school, like it's education, actual formal education. But I feel for a lot of people watching, this is going perhaps directly into the field of your interest, but as an apprentice or as a mentor, a mentee, or as an intern in an environment where there are people who are working professionally in their field, and they have been for a long time, and you're entering that environment as a sponge. And this is an opportunity for you to really take on or uptake and absorb a lot of information by being immersed in an environment where there's a lot of activity going on in things that you really are interested and passionate about. So bravo, go ahead, get it as you wish. You know, like the sun at the center of the reading is telling me there is this desire to really, you know, expand forward with utter truth in the area that you're interested in. And the crossing card being the Seven of Crystals is just saying to me that you may have, as I said in the previous reading, you may have reached the limit of what you could tolerate as far as just working a job for the sake of money, and you may move into this new area here on a really low salary as an apprentice, or even no money at all if you're working as an intern. But you're going to be so happy in this environment. You're going to be so happy in this environment. I can feel the love radiating from these cards. Sun, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. There's a lot of joy in union and contentedness, creativity, passion, drive. Like all these cards are giving this energy of like feeling really satisfied with the decision that you've made to follow your heart into something that you really want to do, that you want to express, that you want to experience in an area that is really meaningful to you. And you may be at the very beginning of your journey as far as it being a career path for you, but there's definitely a lot ahead of you, and it's very rewarding. The feeling of this spread is like the sensation of really stepping into something that you feel completely aligned with, and the joy that comes with that, knowing that you are fulfilling your path as you see it, and the satisfaction and reward that comes with that is priceless. So let's see if there's anything else I can get here. I feel like I've given you a reading for now though. I'm just going to check and make sure there's no additional messages. Yeah, as I said, Priestess here with the Child of Crystals. So this is the Page of Swords with the High Priestess. And then there's here Man of Crystals, Six of Cups, Sage of Crystals in reverse. These cards down here are telling me that, yes, there is, for some of you, a desire to move into the healing arts with the Priestess. There could be a desire to move into metaphysical studies, metaphysical healing. With the Child of Swords here, this is definitely speaking about, for some of you, either formal study or simply the desire to learn. So communication is ruled by the pages. The pages are the air element, and so the Page of Swords is the airy part of air, if that makes sense. So there is a lot here about communication, about study, about the beginning stages of something. And with the Priestess, it's definitely an indicator of a desire to study occult or metaphysical or otherworldly. Like there's mysticism and occult sciences spoken of here, healing arts in general, but like higher knowledge, definitely higher knowledge. And then here, Sage of Crystals with the Six of Cups. This is saying also there is like overcoming like limitation. I'm hearing, like overcoming limitation as far as maybe until a certain point you might have been limited by certain resources, but I feel like there's this push now where you feel that there is nothing to stop you. You may have come to the conclusion or the understanding or the realization that whatever you felt was a limitation before may have actually been a kind of it's self-sabotaging effect or insecurity that may have been playing out, that's kind of been a reason to prevent you from moving in the direction of your dreams. And now you're ready to kind of give a sweeping pass to all of that and just actually move forward into the direction of what it is that your will is driving you to do. And it's like nothing's going to stop you now. That's what I feel with this energy. It's so clear and it's so direct and it's so driven. Chariot, Strength, Priestess, Sun, even Emperor's here as well. Like all these cards are telling me that you're so driven towards what you see as that, with utter clarity, is your path to walk, and you're moving in that direction. And just in that energy alone, there is already a feeling of reward and success and satisfaction from simply having overcome whatever, difficulties and challenges may have been obstacles to the way. And now you're kind of bursting forth and through with a lot of drive and motivation. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Worlds. Yeah, Man of Worlds. It's called Achiever in this deck. Five of Crystals reversed and Three of Wands. So more cards here indicating that you are pushing forward and kind of building self-confidence and building self-esteem and self-respect and self-love that's helping you feel more capable of going in the direction of what it is that you want to achieve. Man of Worlds, Achiever. Overcoming any like, it's not necessarily like you overcome completely all fears and all like limitations, but it's like you're growing in an awareness of mental chatter that is maybe overshadowing or having too loud of a voice of that which is more your dreams and visions, like allowing the volume to get turned down on that, any kind of limiting self-talk or any kind of resistance or insecurities or whatever that may be, fears and stuff that maybe has been in the past preventing you from really embracing the journey that you are fully embodying now. And just being aware of like how important it is, like the state of mind and the perceptions of your reality and the mindset that you need to actually really make things happen for yourself in the way that you know is possible. And then the Three of Wands here is giving another indicator that this is a healing path for many of you. I even feel like, even like for the people that are moving in the direction of creative arts, and filmmaking still feels really strong with this. I do feel like for many people watching that, there is a quality of like bringing occult knowledge and healing energy and mysticism and metaphysics and higher wisdom to a creative art form that is either filmmaking or photography. There's something very integrated and intertwined about the way that you want to present certain information that's very creative but has an educational slant, if that makes any sense for any of you. And also the Three of Wands here is saying this is you have a long-term vision for this, as it being kind of, it's not just a short-term project that you want to just bust out and move on with. This is a lifestyle. This is a futuristic kind of endeavor that you see as something that you wish to kind of move you forward in life and progress not only you but the people that you affect with your work. So there's definitely like a longevity, there's a long-term plan, there's a vision. It's visionary, that's the word. It's visionary. Alright, let's check over. I feel like that's it for your reading. Just going to go through again. Yeah, I feel like I covered everything. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I hope you found some things in there that you can work with. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do. And also hit the notification bell so that you will know when new readings have been uploaded so you don't miss any. There's also on your screen now playlists for all the Taurus readings of months gone by. So if you're new here, please check out some of those and have a look at some of the things we've been talking about in recent months. There's also the playlist for all of August readings for the other signs. So don't mind what your sun, moon, or ascendant is. Just click on anything that you feel guided to. Let the thumbnail speak to you and let your intuition tell you what to watch. You'll definitely find insight in any of the readings that you watch. But if you really follow your intuition, you'll definitely get messages that are meant for you. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next reading.